rejection. Every man faces it. Most let it break them. The Stoics, they used it as fuel. You're here because you've been rejected by a job, by a woman, by an opportunity you thought was meant for you. And if you're like most, that rejection stung, made you doubt yourself. Maybe it made you feel unworthy, like you weren't enough. But what if I told you that rejection is exactly what you need? That it's not something to fear, but something to master. Rejection is not a sign of failure, it's a test of your resilience, your discipline, and your ability to move forward without breaking. The problem isn't rejection itself, it's how you respond to it. Do you crumble? Do you let it shake your self-worth? Or do you stand firm like a Stoic, unfazed, unshaken, unaffected? The truth is, rejection is inevitable. Every great man in history has been rejected. Marcus Aurelius was rejected by the Roman Senate. Socrates was rejected by his own people and sentenced to death. Seneca was exiled, shunned, and humiliated, yet none of them let rejection define them. They understood a simple but powerful truth. Rejection is never about you, it's about them, their biases, their fears, their limitations. You can't control their response, you can only control yourself. The modern man is weak because he craves approval, he needs validation, he wants acceptance. But the Stoic man stands on his own. He doesn't need permission to be who he is. He doesn't let rejection define his value. By the time you finish this video, neither will you. So listen carefully, because today, I'm going to teach you how to handle rejection like a Stoic. I'm going to show you the mindset that separates weak men from strong ones. We'll break down the Stoic principles that make rejection powerless. We'll go deep into history, learn from the greatest minds, and most importantly, I'll give you practical exercises to turn rejection into power. By the end of this, rejection will no longer be your enemy. It will be your teacher, your sharpening stone, your fuel. Let's begin. The illusion of rejection. Most men take rejection personally. They believe it means they're not good enough, that they lack something, they're unworthy. But here's the truth. Rejection is not personal. It never was. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, but he was constantly rejected. The Roman elite resisted him. The Senate undermined him. Even his closest advisors doubted him. But instead of seeking their approval, he reminded himself, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. What does that mean? It means you do not control how others perceive you. You do not control their judgment. You do not control their preferences, their decisions, or their opinions. The only thing you control is yourself, your response, your actions, your mindset. When you truly understand this, rejection loses its power over you. You stop chasing approval. You stop fearing judgment. Stop needing validation. And that's when you become unstoppable. So here's your first lesson. The next time you face rejection, remind yourself it's not about you. It's about them. Their worldview, it's their limitations, their perspective, not yours. The weakness of seeking approval, most men are weak because they are desperate to be liked. They live their lives trying to avoid rejection. They filter their words. They soften their beliefs. They hold back their true selves all because they are afraid of being judged. But the Stoics rejected this weakness. Epictetus said, "If you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Think about that. He's telling you to embrace judgment, to welcome rejection, because the moment you stop caring about being liked too, you become free. Socrates understood this. He was rejected by society, was mocked, ridiculed, and ultimately sentenced to death for his ideas. But did he beg for approval? Did he compromise his beliefs? No. He stayed true to his philosophy until the very end. And that's the mindset you need. The next time you fear rejection, ask yourself, am I trying to be liked or am I trying to be strong? Because you can't have both. Rejection is redirection. Most men see rejection as an ending. Stoics see it as a redirection. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. When life shuts a door, the weak man cries, gives up. He takes it as proof that he's not good enough. But the strong man, he moves forward. He understands that rejection isn't a wall, it's a signpost. It's the universe pointing him in a different direction, better one." Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team, rejected. Most would have quit, but he didn't. He trained harder. he used rejection as motivation. And in the end, he didn't just make the team, he became the greatest of all time. What if Jordan had let rejection define him? What if he had given up? He would have never reached his full potential. And that's the lesson. Rejection is not the end. It's a test. A test to see if you're strong enough to keep going. So here's your next exercise. Think about a time you were rejected. It's a job you didn't get. A relationship that ended. It's an opportunity you lost. Now ask yourself, what did that rejection teach you? How did it make you stronger? Because if you can find the lesson, you will never fear rejection again. Emotional control. The Stoic response to rejection, the weak man reacts. The Stoic man responds. Most men, when rejected, let their emotions control them. They lash out. They get bitter. They seek revenge. They let rejection consume them. But that's not strength. That's weakness. Theodore Roosevelt was rejected constantly in his political career. Lost elections. He was laughed at. But he never let emotions dictate his actions. He remained calm, rational, focused, because he knew that emotional control is power. Here's your next exercise. The next time you face rejection, do nothing. That's right, nothing. No response, no emotional reaction. Just pause, breathe, step back. And ask yourself, how would a Stoic handle this? That moment of stillness is where your power lies. The final mindset shift. Good. Jocko Willink, the Navy SEAL, has a rule. Whenever something goes wrong, he says one word. Good. Lost an opportunity. Good. Now you have time to get better. Someone doubted you? Good. Now you have a chance to prove them wrong. Faced rejection? Good. Now you get to build resilience. That's the Stoic mindset. Rejection is not a curse. It's a gift, a tool, a sharpening stone. And the moment you embrace it is the moment you become truly free. So tell me, are you going to let rejection break you, or are you going to handle it like a man? Drop a comment below and tell me one rejection that made you stronger. If this video helped you, share it. And if you're ready to stop fearing rejection, hit the like button and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. Now go. Face rejection and master it.